Yes, Bev. The Foreign Minister was disappeared for almost 24 days since the 25th of June. That was the occasion where he last met his Sri Lankan counterparts in Beijing. And the Foreign Ministry spokesperson announced that he was having some health issues before his scheduled meeting to attend to Jakarta to meet his Australian counterpart and other foreign ministers during the ASEAN foreign ministers meeting earlier this month. We have no idea what has been going on, and foreign journalists have been always pushing for questions during every single press conference in Beijing since the 25th of June. But unfortunately, there's not many information being disclosed by the Chinese government so far.
Yes, and it's almost quite awkward how those spokespeople are dealing with it, sometimes with just complete silence. Are there rumours doing the rounds in China as to what might have caused him to disappear?
There are a lot of rumors about the whereabouts of this foreign minister, given that he is newly appointed to the role since the end of last year. And apart from that, he was having another role, which is the state counselor, which is seen as a very significant official, which is just under the state premier and the deputy premier. And what's interesting is that since he started being, out of the public eye, there are a lot of information circulating on Chinese social media about his potential alleged affair with a former TV journalist. And there are also other political theories about the internal inner party struggle within the higher officials in the Chinese Communist Party, given that he was the former ambassador to the US, and people are feeling like, as the youngest foreign minister ever in China's modern history, there are always people trying to figure out whether he was one of the president's most trusted person, and whether he would be having a very risky spot within the hierarchy of the party.
Interesting. Of course, it's not unusual, Bang, for this to happen. He's not the only person to have disappeared from public view in China.
Yes, Steph. I think from memory, we could say the last person who is within the Chinese Communist Party hierarchy and went missing was the former Deputy Minister of Public Security, Sun Lijun. He went missing in 2021, but on the minister level, I think Qin Gang is the first ever in the last 50 years. We can see that China has kept that as a secret for now, given that there are very severe censorship around his name. And if you check the Chinese social media Weibo, you can't really find too much information about him and people's discussion about the minister. But if you go on to some private chat rooms on WeChat and some overseas Chinese diaspora community forums, you can see that a lot of people are very interested in this, given that given the opaque nature of the Chinese Communist Party, people are always wondering if there is anything that is the reflection of the stability of the country's and of the party's power.
Indeed, so fascinating. Great to have you on, Bang. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me, Beth.